I just told you that we'll be having a chat with the media aide to Odi Okoji, and you can see the gentleman sitting by my left here, the handsome gentleman, shy and however you want to say it, but he's performing very well, he's too shy or not. Yes, sir, you are welcome to the Go Studio.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, boss. Yeah, please let us start with self-introduction.
Okay. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. My name is Okonofa Harry Osemombo. I'm the media aide to Honorable Prince Odi Okoji, member representing Eastern Northeast, Eastern Southeast Federal Constituency at the Green Chamber.
Yeah. Now let us start with this general question. How would you describe the Eastern political environment?
Well, the Eastern political environment is not too different from what we have in other parts of this country. It's a little bit toxic and it's also a little bit friendly. Friendly in what sense? In 2023, you could remember in this Eastern Northeast how there was a twist in the political landscape, whereby I think for the first time, nobody sticked to his or her own party. They were rather after the ideology of what the candidate has to offer. So you could see divergent people, the obedient group, the Odis group, the Jagabans group. So in Oromi, generally, if I'm to reflect back to that 2023 election, I think it was somehow a little bit friendly, warmly, peaceful, and it was okay. But as it is,
Unpredictable, right? Unpredictable.
unpredictable. Yeah, I don't know what the next election season may hold for us, but judging from 2023, I think I was a little bit satisfied.
Okay. From your picture now, Eastern political environment is friendly, toxic, and unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
All together, right?
All together.
All right.
All together.
Now, as the media aide to Honorable Odi Okoji, how will you describe the person of Prince Odi Okoji?
Okay. I wish we have a third party so that people will look at what I want to say as because I'm close to him or because I work with him. So definitely I must be on the positive side or I must speak for his own good. That's the reason why I said I wish there is a third factor who will sit and also give a testimony of their encounter with him. Okay, let me call on Eagles Today. You know, Eagles Today is a popular TV station around Eastern Northeast, Southeast, in fact, Edo Central Senatorial District. Please, take your camera around. Go to Obiaja, go to Ewohimi, Ifeko, Ewato, and others. And take a sample. Ask the people, who is Odi Okoji? Then you will get different answers. Well, I will answer your question like the way Jesus Christ answered Peter in the Bible. Who do you say I am? This one said, he said, okay, you. Who do you say I am? For me, Odi is a kind-hearted individual, a philanthropist, and a dangerous giver. Dangerous giver in the sense that he don't have to look at himself before he gives. And you don't meet him with your problem and you go back with that same problem. Different occasions, different times, depending on how the circumstances is, Odi Okoji is always on the top of the situation. So, with my own encounter with him and from the testimonies that I've had from people, Odi Okoji is a kind-hearted individual, a progressive-minded man, and someone who wants the good of others and also the good of his community. That's the little I can give about him.
Thank you very much. Now, some persons have the opinion that Odi Okoji did not do enough in the office that he had. Now, how do you respond to those people that said he didn't perform enough, he didn't do enough?
Well, as I have said, you must have critics. Some may be constructive, others may be destructive. But however the critics, whether the hailers or the wailers, one thing is sure, you cannot argue facts. If you are telling me I'm not delivering, okay, what's the best response? I don't need to start telling you I'm delivering. The only thing I can do is just to take you around our project. Let me take those critics around the project of Honorable Prince Odi Okoji. And this project goes across different sectors, from education, that means the school projects. Let me start with the one that is close to us, Our Ladies of Lost Grammar School.
Okay, that's another question for you. Let me
Okay.
I will come to that.
Okay.
I just want you to explain the critics.
The
Now,
critics.
let's not go to the. You've told us that OD has done a lot in the South, East, and Northeast, and that they are good enough for those that criticize it to keep quiet and look forward to. Now, let us start with the issue of road. How did OD perform, or how did it perform in the area of road in Agbazilo as a whole?
Okay, let me point to the popular general hospital. But before that, let's establish this fact. OD is a legislator. We didn't vote him into power as an executive officer or as an executive official. OD have no right to sign check or to approve anything for anybody. The highest he can do is to use his own influence to influence project, not to finance. Because it is the duty of the executive to finance projects, not that of the legislators. So where people are making mistakes from is the eye of an executive is the same eye they use to judge the legislator. If you are to judge a legislator, you use the number of motions, number of bills that he have moved at the floor of the House. And if these bills have been able to scale either the first or the second, or they passed it into law, that is how to judge a legislator. And I think we need to put in a lot of energy to educate our people, especially when it comes to this separation of powers. The executive and the legislature, their own roles. You don't expect a legislator to come and tie roads. But can a legislator do that? If you have the power, that's where the power of lobbying comes into place. And over the years, we have seen our dear honorable execute that kind of power. Look at our list of Lord Grammar School. Look at Egbe Primary School. Look at Obedu Primary School. Look at Egwari Primary School. Oh, okay. For the road project, he has been able to influence the General Hospital Road constructed. Now, not too long ago, he moved the motion at the floor of the House, calling on the federal agencies to look into the critical state of the roads in Esan and its environs. And to the glory of God, I think the roads, they've got the necessary attention. Work is going on at Benin-Auchi Express Road. Work is going on from Ivory Junction to Ago 80, from Ago 80 to Ago 90, then to Agbo. Most of the federal roads around, I think they are receiving the necessary attention. Because I could remember he moved this same motion at the floor of the House, calling on the federal agencies to rise up to their own responsibilities. That is what we are seeing. That's the gains we've gotten so far due to his power of lobbying other legislators to see to the needs or to the decayed infrastructure in Agbazilo.
Yeah, on that General Hospital Road, some persons were of the opinion that the road was not due to standard and all that. Do you have a question or do you need anything to tell me to that?
First, we didn't see the bill of contract. We didn't know the specification that was given to the contractor. We didn't know what was put in place to achieve that. But now, those people, I think the road has stayed for a year plus.
Yes.
Can those people come back to tell us how far? Last year, it rained heavily in Esan land. Was the road washed off? Heavy duty do ply that road. Have the road be torn apart or what? So you could see that's the power of those who want to criticize destructively. That road still stands strong. So it shows that these are just ways and mentors to discredit the work of the honorable. But as the saying goes, time proves all things. Time has been able to prove to us that the best of materials and the best of hands was engaged to construct that Uromi General Hospital Road.
Okay, now let's talk about street lights now. Now, we've been told that a lot of street lights were brought to Agbazilo. Please let us know where and when we now have street lights that were being initiated by Honorable Audio Koji in the constituency.
When Odi came on board, he launched a campaign called Operation Light Up Agbazilo. The campaign is not just going to last for probably a week or days. His intention is the whole communities, the 21 wards in Agbazilo will be lighted. So we kickstart the project as at today,